Nah, let me stop playing. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Man back at another banger. And in today's video, we're gonna be talking on the subject of. Hold on, give me 1 second. All right, we're gonna be talking on the subject of why I'm glad I'm not rich right now. Um, honestly, Lord has been answering my prayers, but I've seen like the habits I've been creating with lifestyle inflation, and I'm glad that I have the opportunity to take advantage of the situation that I'm currently in and learn to be disciplined, and not only disciplined, but you know focus on a goal. So this experience that allowed me to, once I do get to that level, to not lose it. To stay consistent with it and grow, rather than get there and then just fall. So that's one thing I do want to say. I copped some more Balenciagos, but all the Balenciagos that I bought is pretty much what I had before in the past. So really just the Defenders, the matte black runners, and the track hikes, the fur. So, but besides that, I'm getting a little slimmer. 2 months left. It's April 11th. Ken Carson dropped. Shout out that boy Ken Carson. I want to say like I've been going to the gym consistently for the past 4 months now. This is the fourth month. Really 3 months, 5 days a week. I kind of slowed down the past few weeks. Going in like 3 times a week. But being consistent with my diet is the most important thing. So that's my main focus right now. We're gonna go over here and sit down. And just getting in the habit of doing that. Learning to not spend money unnecessarily on things that I don't need and really just wants. Learning how to not window shop. It's good to set goals and stuff of what you want in the future. But I told myself I was gonna be debt free this year, by the end of this year, which is possible. But if I continue these habits, it's not gonna be possible. I bought another firearm, Glock 43X, and I've been shooting like a few rounds. So I probably spent like the past week like 1,000 just buying the guns and buying accessories and stuff easily. So things like that, I could wait. Now that I ain't want to say I needed it, because my 19 Gen 5 is amazing. And, comparing the two, it's like crazy. But, things like that, even buying these shoes, I really didn't need them. At the time, I did get them for a good price. I think I paid close to 800. Brand new. I've been buying all my shoes brand new because I know I'm not going to get rid of them. I still got my watches. I bought a new case for them. The only watch that I did sell, which I don't regret because I really didn't need it, especially after I got this one, was a black rubber version. It's $80. I could easily replace it if I wanted. But I really wasn't going to really wear that watch. I prefer like the steel watches that I currently have. And yeah, this grind really going to show me, it's going to be worth it at the end. Same thing with being disciplined with my eating habits and, me going to the gym. So it's just me learning from my mistakes, really. And like I said, if I can't handle $1,000, if I can't save $10,000, what you think I'm gonna do with $100,000? In a few years, I'll go down. So I kind of flaunt, like indirectly, even though it's just what I like. I kind of flaunt my wealth, which is not even my wealth. I fall into that category of buying materialistic things that I don't need. The moment I get, income increase. And I haven't lost ambition at all when it's been coming to work, but I haven't gotten comfortable. And I haven't been picking up shifts at other locations when I could have. But on contrary to that, I have been going to the gym. So I kind of picked up another hobby, but I'm not using my time completely wisely. I have been watching a few movies, which is cool. I want to say like from mid-February to like, because January I did a lot of hours, but from mid-February to like Aprilish, I've been kind of, sticking around like 8 to like 12 hours overtime max, rather than me trying to go for the 20 hours plus overtime, which is cool. I'm still getting overtime. I know last week only did 4 overtime hours, but this week I'm doing 20. So we're going to pick up that pace. I haven't filmed in a little minute, probably about a month or a few weeks at least. I know probably I want to say a month since I filmed. Y'all not going to see this anyway till like June something. I don't know, but I feel like me talking on the camera too, it's good to kind of reflect on, what I want to do towards the future. But I definitely, last year, not even having to worry about paycheck to paycheck, really being able to take big steps. Because eventually, I even feel like at this stage now I want to move out, but that wouldn't be the smart thing for me to do right now, especially with the goals that I have in mind. And I'm not forced to move out, which is a blessing thing, but still, it's like I don't, that's one thing I can say too. I'm comfortable with my house, but I'm not comfortable with just being there like, and not working or nothing. I don't see myself being there for too long, regardless, Even though I'm welcome there, I still don't want to be able to be on my own, get a nice place that's around out on the university, then get a place that I don't like, So that's another thing too, but just making sure I'm in a position to where I don't have to come back, the way I continue to elevate in my career. But yeah, one thing I do want to say is overtime, especially learning to be the best thing I could do this year for myself is these two things. Really three things. Continue to read my Bible more. Because I kind of took a pause on that too. I haven't been reading it as much at all as I was in the beginning of the year. But that's the first thing. The second thing is me really getting in shape. Like, I can do it, I see myself, doing it. It's just consistency, bro. And it gets boring. It gets repetitive. But it's like, consistency gets the results. So it's like, even though it's just boring and competitive and I have a lot of distractions, with like still being at home, sometimes I can get distracted with the way I eat. But I'm not gonna blame that either. Because even like here, if I get hungry, tempted like today, it's been a minute, but it's been like a week or so, but I've ordered, pizza. But when I order pizza, I prefer Papa John's because it's not as greasy as Domino's. I don't really like Domino's no more. And I only get chicken and mushroom, so it's still higher in protein rather than, pepperoni and sausage and less greasy. But still, that's $23, that I could have put it towards something else. But, the main thing with that is just practice makes perfect, I do have some cash now. Trying to get back to my $1,000 savings. But, little things came up like my windshield cracked. I'm going to get that fixed eventually. We got a little cash. I didn't mean to hide this on me. I just forgot to put it up. But I do want to start at least having, like, some money on me, like cash. Because you never know when I'm going to need it. I never know when I might have to use or need it. And I understand the importance of having an emergency fund. And me even talking to people that's older than me in a situation they're in, me trying to learn from that lesson because I'm glad I'm still young. I'm going to be 23 next month, which is crazy, actually, now that I think about it. So it's really time for me to put my full pedal to the metal. And I did say I was going to have my car paid off by next month, but the way that it's looking, never say never. But, with the hours that I've been doing lately, and the amount of money I've been spending, last month, I want to say in March, I spent $7,000, bro. And I probably only brought about $5,000 in. So that's just $2,000 going, out to miscellaneous. How you say the word? I don't know. Miscellaneous, I think something like that. But, non-essential things that I really didn't need. So I'm just learning day by day, of course. And another thing is kind of comparing. And I really don't. I want to, well, yeah, I kind of do. I've noticed not really comparing myself, but I do that a lot. But really, like compare myself to how I was yesterday, stuff like that, rather than other people, that's in a way better position. Because there's a lot of people who doesn't look at me and wish they were in my position, which is a crazy thing when you think about it. But it's a lot of people, that are doing way better than you, but they still not really satisfied. So me really trying to practice and learn to be satisfied with the things that I already have is gonna be like the key to happiness for real. Being happy with what you already got. Anything else you get is just extra. But yeah, my main focus, I'm gonna title this video, I'm happy, or I'm glad I'm not rich right now. Or I'm glad I'm not rich yet. But my main focus this year, and really within these short months, is really getting my body in shape, like really getting in shape for real, and saving my $10,000 cash, so I can show you guys on the camera, that I've been disciplined, saving, things like that. But yeah, man, if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you new, and see y'all in the next one, my bro. Gang, gang.